Now, if someone's trying to disable you, though, and you don't want to be disabled, and you got your E3 back on base, right? You were planning to work when you got out. But then you may have fell 3 stories. Right. Okay. I guess. I wouldn't know how to handle that. You don't know how to handle that at all. If I had to climb up on the roof and lower myself down to the window ledge, made it that far, huh? With no direct access to the roof, right? But someone wants you to think I was injured in the fall, and I don't know I was either. But now they own about it. For 15 years on YouTube, Daphne. I don't think it's you, unless you're part of a bigger conspiracy there. Hmm. Hmm. Because I can't get off of base. That's the problem. That's the problem. Everything's in the room. I can't even go to your house or apartment to spend the night without a guarantee I can get back on base in the morning. See, I'm not accusing you of anything. It's somebody on base who's hiding what happened, right? And they the only ones who could have questioned me, and I would have brought up the subject of us being married. You see what I mean? And you having a daughter, right? Well, they're accusing me of molesting her. Me and you don't even know what they're talking about, right? Hmm. Well, only someone in the gay Navy would accuse you of something like that. Because one's a worser crime. In the eyes of even a gay person, that's a worse crime. Even they don't try not to have sex with a young child, right? Well, I told her your daughter was 4 too, right? And then I started making up stories, right? Or something, arguing with them about it, right? But I'm trying to, you know, explain how I got down from the roof, however it was. And now with the ninja, there's 3 choices, not one. And, you can jump, you can swing back up, or you might can lower yourself down from the third story window ledge to the second story, all the way down to the first story, right? If your body is long enough. And I've at least made it to the first, third story window. When I don't know what happened after that. Right? I woke up in the ER thinking I failed or something, right? No. You understand? Well, someone's taking the story that I do remember and adding to it molestation charges that you never charged me with, Miss Walker. Ex-wife. We never discussed that, did we? Your daughter didn't come in there to me in the middle of the night, did she? Right. It's a question, not a statement. Not accusing you. Because, like I said, when watching SVU cases, you ask questions if you don't know what the person's talking about. And then you be sarcastic with them, knowing some of your behavior yourself involves certain things, right? But you also help in other areas, which you would also discuss with them, right? You help raise your sister, right? Which all this is in the blog, right? To some degree or another, right? Mm-hmm. Yep. Mm-hmm. And you're just doing an autobiography there. Mm-hmm. But someone's not minding their own business if they got away with it. You know what I mean? I don't even know what they did. Mm-hmm. I just know something was done. And like I said, I didn't even look at the x-rays till 14 years after, or maybe 20. I know. And again, I did start taking them around 2004, right, with the VA, and though I did do it in '98 too. What happened to that one? And I can't find that X-ray I took when I first applied in '97 or '98, right? You did some X-rays then. What happened to those? And he's acting like I'm all healed. What's going on? I don't know. I don't know. What are he talking about? I don't know. Right? See, someone doesn't remember even being shown this while he's in the hospital, even there. And that's me. And that's me. And I don't know what's going on. What are they talking about? I know. What are they on about? And it seeming like a conspiracy is afoot, to get me medically discharged anyway, and then add a physical disability to it too. But see, unless you're doing something real questionable, they don't have the right to invade your privacy to use a camera on you anyway. I know. Right, right. And no one's going to do something out in the open. Not even with a girl working as a nail technician in the salon. Who's just your cup of tea. Who's just your cup of tea. Now, you're trying to make sure the girl's comfortable, though, doing the nail job. That's all. That's all. You might flirt with her and joke with her, but you're not trying to do nothing seriously with her unless she wants to know what it's like with you in the bathroom. But it ain't to prove anything. It ain't to make her stay with me if we did. Unless you want to, right? I don't make her do nothing she don't want to do. So the cruise made $14.2 million over the weekend. Anyway. So all this here is free on Stars, right? So I might watch some of that. I'm trying to watch P Valley right now. It's got the Red Divine in it.
Bones, you know what I'm saying. That ain't gone. Work.
You can see that part. Only I can. This one's called Legacy, episode 6 of season 1. Sounds like some good music, yeah. The stripper music. Uh-oh. They doing some dirty stuff. Oops. Uh-oh, the going downtown on the man. Uh-oh. Open up the desk, please. Who is it?
Pick it up? What's happening, man? How the fuck you find me here? Neighborhood candy, man. Ain't never hard to find, man. Come on, man. Yo. You don't.
Well, that's some stuff people do with today, right? And see, that's the point. You work with the sinner, even if he's still in his sin, until he realizes he don't need to do that no more. But you still don't judge him, no. If he's not acting on it. I don't try to pick up little girls in the store. I don't try to kidnap little girls on the side of the road. No. Because I know once you do that, you're caught. You can't go back. So that don't even cross my mind. Well, let me get 51. Right. I'd be long gone, man. If that was my issue. Have an issue, though, here's a tissue. I get over that shit real quick. And I just don't even tip that way, you know. I like the adult body, the morphed body of a woman. Not the adolescent or child body. Only way that could tip me, like I said, is if the child's being molested already, and she's afraid that the man's gonna rape her or something, right? And I don't know, and I don't know that would even happen, really. I wouldn't even make a move on anyone, though, unless they make a move on me, and then that's the point, right? Mm-hmm. But if I got some of that, I got some of that, and I'm only into that. The mom, not the little girl, not the little girl. But you gotta be a AIDS, like I said. Now, I don't always after moms. I don't always go after single girls, and I don't always go after divorcees. Right? I damn sure don't try to be with a married woman. Right? I know better. Boyfriends are optional, right? If the girl's not married yet, they can still break up with him, unless you got some kind of warped plan for her and she just wanting sex, right, Justine? I don't know. And I'm having problems with my roommate. Probably did. But I'm not judging. Though it would be weird, the only place we could do it again is in the bathroom, suddenly. So I'm not hitting on that. I'm just talking about lives like anyone else. Tim, you can't shoot a customer if one of your waitresses though has sex with you in the bathroom. That's murder charges. Murder charges. And she's just your niece. She's not even your blood kin. And what? I can't go to the bathroom with her and talk about things in private? Whatever she's going through? I don't know. If she needs a little TLC, I'll give her a little TLC, right? In the love and care that can't compare to another. Well, TLC means that, don't it? Chili, Left Eye, and Tony, right? Or something like that. Steve Oz, right? Whatever it is. I forgot. Right. Lisa. Left Eye Lisa Lopez. Left Eye Lisa Lopez. Chili was the other, the the more, I would say, looks like she had some white in her. Lisa did too. But she's not the traditional African, which Chivas was, I think. Lisa's kind of got the Hispanic vibe, the African, and then the other girl, she's got lips more like a white woman than an African, right? That's what I mean. But you don't have a broke ass. However, the ass was broken. If it's broken, you can't work on it well. I got a broke sacrum, and bottom of the spine, right? Now, if you're trying to get into your window, though, and you studied in the jiu-jitsu, and however you got down, someone could freak out over it. You didn't think so, but they would. Think that's odd. But see, if they wouldn't be on about it so long, I wouldn't be having to defend my actions to my ex-wife either. Whether something happened or not with her, I don't know either. I have amnesia a lot now. This is then too, right? I am worried about her daughter coming here to Georgia because of them messing with us both, and her too. I'm not saying I want it to happen, but I'm also saying I'm not familiar with the girl's appearance, and I ain't seen her since she was 4. Except in a little weird picture where I'm not looking at her, you know, as anything I would recognize, right? If she came here or not, right? But if she did come here, like I said, I would want to know, Daphne. At least after. Right? So she does have a little daughter. That don't happen with her either. I know. We gotta nip that in the bud, right? As Boniface would say. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Don't tell get jumping town, alright? No, for real now. Yeah, I'm the last person you have to worry about. Motel manager's a deep throat. Yeah, sadly, she ain't got one though. She a good brand manager though. The way you looking, she must have figured you needed a relief. I don't get high. I might need me a supply. You want to hold something? I thought the pink was too good for that stash. I was thinking about what Uncle Clifford would do. It's about what Big L gonna do. So you were serious when you said when you helped me load the truck last time?
Uh-huh. Okay, that sounds like they're trying to make a drug deal and a delivery service. Delivery service. But, But see, I know everything, but I don't do everything I know. That too is the knowledge of good and evil. I know it is. You know all you can do, but if you do it, okay, try to do it as right as you can. Right. Now, if you're gonna do drugs, don't get addicted to it. That's what they want. That's what they want. I can't stop you from doing it, but once you're hooked, you're hooked. They got you for life, right? You got to go through a process of rehabilitation, right? But if you do, you do. If you don't, you don't. It's a hard dark life for us, right? For us all, for us all. It's a hard dark life for us, right? I have to do it tad different because eating something. But don't mean I can't match it either. Right. Well, oh, I got something from the Los Angeles Film School. Right. Also from my doctor with VA. He says about my x-rays, minor degenerative change of the right foot, no acute osseous abnormality, but after reviewing the test of the x-rays, there are abnormal results. Your right foot x-rays showed that you have a high arc and you have mild osteoarthritis in the foot. Right. That's the kind you get from old age. So I've been dealing with traumatic arthritis in the other parts of the body, the ankle and the back. But now it looks like I'm developing osteoarthritis for having to use the right foot as my main foot for 25 years. And since the fall in 94. They don't want to give me a club foot, do they? No nightstick either. No nightstick either. Because they can't go and get a gun and shoot me in the barracks. You know what I mean? If something starts in the barracks, it stays in the barracks. Unless, again, you're breaking the law. To attack a fellow shipmate is what? Something you can't do, right? But how did I get down using my ninjutsu training, however it was? There's 3 options for a ninja. Swing back up to the roof, right? If the window is locked, right? Jump from the window ledge, which is a little dangerous, but if you jumped off your trailer, you might try it one time, right? The third way is scale down floor by floor. Because see, if you can reach one floor, you might can reach the second floor. And you can also, if you go down another 8 foot, jump from there. That's another option. And then that's more 1.25 stories, right? Or about 12 feet. Guess how tall the trailer was? 12 feet. 12 feet. And the ninja uses his head too. He don't try to show off too much. No, we don't. No, we don't. See, it's not medieval Japan. All right, anymore. That's what Dr. Hatsumi is trying to teach us. If you look at the martial arts, do what you can do, but don't be a fool. Don't be a fool. Right. That's what I mean. That's what I mean. Know what I mean? Okay. Boom, 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 boom. Ah, yeah. It could be New Orleans. Right. NCIS. But it's the whole point, though. I don't know nothing. I don't know nothing. I don't remember anything. I don't remember anything. For the first 2 weeks, I'm out of it. With that darn old codeine or whether they have me on in that damn room. Probably to prevent me from trying to get out of the bed. I don't know. Whatever they have me on, I'm blacked out. For 2 weeks, so no. Now, when I really come to, they have to start trying to feed me, right? Within the first 5 days, probably, right? Before that, they had me on a liquid diet for 2 weeks, and like in the Matrix, they feed you a liquid diet, then you don't even get the goop they get on the ship. It's all in the Matrix, and that's what I'm warning you about. That story might become truer, especially, okay, if you go into the VR world. So they can put you in a little pod and you not even know it. It is a warning. It is a warning. They warning you about the population size, too. What we're going to have to do, put us all in little pods, right? Feed ourselves intravenously, right? I live in a VR world, right? Could happen. It could happen to you. It could happen to me. It could happen to anyone eventually. To quote John from Yes. It's a quote. It's a quote. See, when I'm quoting you and you're doing a good lyric, I can do that. And see, I'm educating the audience to what you're saying, and using it as a agree upon statement. I think that could happen to me. Yeah. I just don't want it to. Right. Right. So that's what they say, and that's what they say. And see, it's like with what was it? The one Fortress with uh, Christopher Lambert, right? What we gonna have to do? And be like China and select who can mate and who can't, who can have a number of children and who can't. Right. Exactly. And now, if you don't do it with a woman, no pregnancy occurs. See, that's what we mean about the VR world. See, if they put you in the VR world, you can have sex, but it not be real sex. You can really even come, but it not be really in a woman. Oh, I see where they're going with all this. I know you do. Even if you don't, Keanu. They're not going to tell you. But guess what? I will. I don't lie. I see what they're doing. And they're asking you what kind of future do you want for yourself. I know. Because we're quickly exhausting the Earth's resources. We're going to have to go off world soon. While they're talking about Mars, Venus, and Mercury, even, right? Can we terraform it, right? But the question is, did we already terraform it? Do we drive ourselves to the brink of destruction and God always has to recreate it, right? That's what a replenishing of the earth is. You don't have to replenish something unless the little creatures on it keep destroying it. Again. Using up all the resources that you left it when you made it from the beginning till now. And yes, it could be 4 billion years ago, and you just don't know. But they're discovering nuclear warheads, right? Exploding over in India, right? Woo! Very scary. Alright, this one is from 2012, so that's a while back. This is Bragg Get the Shaft. Sorry, I didn't know. I was paused it. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I know. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Just showing. We're trying to help too. I know. Gay or straight, I guess. I know. But you can't force it, like I said, right? That's why I'm willing to be single but not gay. Hell, what you telling me? I can get a bunch of girlfriends, so you would sooner me be gay or something? Ain't gonna happen. I was with 17 women, alright. But you're trying to push it either way. And see, if someone ain't into that, they ain't gonna do that. You can't make them. You can't make them either. And obviously, you can't just get rid of me easy. Whatever you're doing here ain't working for you. Might be more working for me. All the Wolverine is on in Japan and Thunderbolt for the first time because of Poison Girl. And a freaking some kind of. They also have the Ant-Man and the Wasp on today, right? See if it goes into Doctor Strange and Ant-Man and the Wasp again, right? They didn't go to Infinity Wars. Okay. Just see what's on. Just see what's on. Pacific Rim Uprising. Mr. Eastwood's son's on that one. And the guy from The Force Awakens. Quiet Place. Like the Curses. I done recorded that. But are you narcissistic yourselves? See, whatever we do to the planet, even if we destroy it, all God can do is replenish it, right? Make it back to how it was, that's why it is, was, and is to come too. Read Isaiah 45, right? Right now. Or world without end. World without end. That's part of it too, right? But the demons do hate the world they're making with Satan, and they're trying to destroy it. No, they are. Don't you get it? So, but they're making you ashamed of what you're doing. If you're gonna do something, either do it and forgive yourself for it, or don't do it at all. I don't know. But still, men want you to follow certain laws as a society for a reason, right? You can't have sex with underage girls for a reason, you pedophilics. I know you want to, but you can't. But does the child like it? You gotta ask the child and the answer honestly. See what I mean? I know. That's all you can do with it too. I know. I don't see that. I know that's wrong. I know. But I know about it. I watch SV a lot for a reason. I know. But today at Chicago PD, season 6, episode 13. Mm, mm. Well, like I said, you're kind of not letting me date because of what all you were trying to do to me in the Navy, right? Including attacking me on base. What's the question? See, what's an accusation? Oh, you attacked me on base and I know who you are. I don't. Someone's guilt is showing. Someone's guilt is showing. And I'm trying to forgive him, but he can't get it to his head. And no, he can't get it to his head. Whoever created him, and I know. And like I said, Satan was always Satan either. Something messed him up, in his mind and you know which side it is more messed up about it. But the other side has to agree if they're the same body, right? So if you're a hermaphrodite and you're double-minded, you're a double-minded being. You're not stable in all your ways. Doubly. You don't know if you're male, female, or both, or how to deal with it. Then it is why. Why do you think we're all confused about gender? Why do you think we're all confused about sex? Why do you think we're all confused about this stuff? And they are. Now, like I said, my theory is on day 3, they all came to the earth and were born through Jesus, right? But guess who's the father of fathers? Jesus. He's the firstborn of every creature in heaven and earth, right? He might can even morph, and they have a problem with that too, I know. The fallen ones, right? They want him to stick to an image instead of being everything. Yeah, no. But he is everything, right? That's why the Hindus ain't exactly wrong either in picturing the totality of God as being every creature, right? If you've seen some of their artwork, right? I like some of Jimi Hendrix albums too, But see, the thing is, the mixing of the animals and humans, I think that's from Satan, right? Right. See, God makes you distinctly after your kind, right? See, that's the point, right? See, why do you want a werewolf, right? Half man, half wolf, right? That's from Satan, right? He thinks the wolf combined with the man will make the man more ferocious of a creature. Right? Ah. And then he's no longer a wolf in sheep's clothing either, right? He's half man, half wolf like his real nature is, and he wants to devour the sheep sometimes. Let's go a little deeper now, shall we? Shall we? But I did see Maria. She's alright. She's alright. I don't know if she planned on it. Or not. I don't know. Or I'm just returning from Burger King, right? I know. And Food Line, right? But y'all got the cameras, not me. You would know if I go over there. I don't even bother. I don't even bother. But you would also know if she comes over here. She don't even bother. But if we done did it before you got the cameras, it's too late. It's too late. We done did it. We done did it. I'm the one who don't know we did it. but shall we read? Now, you want to know what the law says about adultery, huh? Oh, no. Well, you got to go to the law, which is Deuteronomy and Exodus. Mm-hmm. 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 And Leviticus. Now, there's a whole list of don'ts that you're not supposed to do from Moses in the Bible, including lying with a man as you lie with a woman, right? Right. That's considered wrong to Moses, right? And their law and their law. But guess what? Only if you're in Israel do you have to abide by Israel rules, right? Right. It's a country like any other country. Right? Now, if you're in Amsterdam and they allow prostitution, you can sleep with a prostitute. But if you're in America, it's kind of a crime, right? Unless you didn't get caught. Unless you didn't get caught. And then you're saying, oh, well, all I gave him was a 20 so she could get something to eat and have some dinner. Because I've been in the McDonald's anyway, and that was for dinner later on during the day. And I just giving a little spend of money. Like I would my girlfriend, she needed 20 in there. Right? Now, I'm not giving them $1,000 though, and I'm not paying them $350 to go into the champagne room with me, like the strip club. So there's still no huggy, don't kiss it till I get a wedding ring. My honey, my baby, don't put my love on no shelf. She said, don't hear no lie, and keep your hands to yourself. Woo! I agree with that line too. That's what the woman wants. That's what the woman wants. You gotta tell me before I get you alone, man. There's a time to say that, right? So, we can start in verse 18, chapter 18, verse 1. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them, I am the Lord your God. After the doings of the land of Egypt, wherein ye dwell, shall ye not do. And after the doings of the land of Canaan, whither I bring you, shall ye not do. Neither shall ye walk in their ordinances. Ye shall do my judgments, and keep mine ordinances to walk therein. I am the Lord your God. Ye shall therefore keep the statutes and my judgments, which if a man do, he shall live in them. I am the Lord. None of you shall approach to any that is near of kin to him to uncover their nakedness. I am the Lord. The nakedness of thy father, the nakedness of thy mother. Shalt thou not uncover, she is thy mother. Men, thou shalt not uncover her nakedness. The nakedness of thy father's wife, if he married more than one, right? Now, including if she's not your mother or stepmother, right? Shalt thou not uncover, it is thy father's nakedness. The nakedness of thy sister, the daughter of thy father, or daughter of thy mother, even if she's a half-sister. Whether she be born at home or born abroad, even their nakedness thou shalt not uncover. The nakedness of thy son's daughter, right? Or of thy daughter's daughter, right? Even their nakedness thou shalt not uncover, for theirs is thine own nakedness, right? The nakedness of thy father's wife's daughter, right? Your what? Stepsister, right? Begotten of thy father, she is thy sister. Thou shalt not uncover her nakedness. Thou shalt not uncover the nakedness of thy father's sister. She is thy father's near kinsman. Right. Thou shalt not uncover the nakedness of thy mother's sister. Your aunt on both sides. Right. For she is thy mother's near kinsman. Thou shalt not uncover the nakedness of thy father's brother. Thou shalt not approach to his wife. She is thine aunt. Thou shalt not uncover the nakedness of thy daughter-in-law. She is thy son's wife, right? Thou shalt not uncover her nakedness, right? That's your daughter-in-law. That's your daughter-in-law. Right? Thou shalt not uncover the nakedness of thy brother's wife. It is thy brother's nakedness. Thou shalt not uncover the nakedness of a woman and her daughter. Neither shalt thou take her son's daughter, or her daughter's daughter, to uncover her nakedness, for they are her near kinsmen. It is wickedness. Neither shalt thou take a wife to her sister, right? To vex her, to uncover her nakedness besides the other in her lifetime, right? Also thou shalt not approach unto a woman to uncover her nakedness, as long as she is put apart from her uncleanness. Moreover, thou shalt not lie carnally with thy neighbor's wife to defile thyself with her. Thou shalt not let any of thy seed pass through the fire to Molech. Neither shalt thou profane the name of the Lord. I am the Lord. Now, the fire is probably talking about burnt, sacrificing your children, like Abraham was going to do with Isaac. But the angel of the Lord stopped him. Thou shalt not lie with mankind as with womankind, it is abomination. Neither shalt thou lie with any beast to defile thyself therewith. Neither shalt any woman stand before a beast to lie down thereto. It is confusion, right? I know that. I know that. I thought I had sex with Sheena, and we were both unbetrothed, and I wanted to marry her in Jerusalem or Norfolk, Virginia, when we got back. Well, I don't know. Defile not yourselves in any of these things, for in all these the nations are defiled, which I cast out before you. And the land is defiled, therefore I do visit the iniquity thereon upon it. And the land itself vomiteth out her inhabitants. Yet shall therefore keep any statutes and my judgments, and shall not commit any of these abominations, neither any of your own nations, nor any stranger that sojourneth among you. For all these abominations have the men of the land done, which were before you, and the land is defiled. That the land spew not you out also, when ye defile it, as it spewed out the nations that were before you. For whoever shall commit any of these abominations, even the soul that committeth them, shall be cut off from among their people. Therefore shall ye keep mine ordinances, that ye commit not any of these abominable customs which were committed before you, and that ye defile not yourselves therein. I am the Lord God. All right. Now, chapter 19 is more dealing with a different topic, right? About idols, right? Um, about how long food should be eaten up to the third day. Talks about the vineyard, not to deal falsely, neither lie one to another, right? Not to swear falsely. Don't defraud your neighbor. Don't rob him of his wages, right? Don't curse to death. Don't put a stumbling block before the blind, right? I don't know what a talebearer is. They don't like that either. I think that's more lying, accusing gossip, though, right? Like, even though we don't know, right? If Michael Jackson done all that, that's talebearing, right? To accuse him of being with a child, right? And you don't really know. Don't bear a grudge, right? Mm-hmm. 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 All right, so let's go to chapter 20. And again, say to them, he again brings up any of your seed to Moloch, right? Mm-hmm. 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 And the soul that turneth after such as have a familiar spirit, and after wizards, to go a whoring after them, I will even set my face against that soul, and will cut him off from among his people. Sanctify yourself, therefore, and be ye holy, for I am the Lord your God. And ye shall keep my statutes and do them. I am the Lord which sanctifieth you. Mm-hmm. For everyone that curseth his father or his mother shall surely be put to death, right? He hath cursed his father or his mother, his blood shall be upon him. No. And the man that committeth adultery with another man's wife, even he that committeth adultery with his neighbor's wife, the adulterer and the adulteress, both of them, shall be put to death. And the man that lies with his father's wife hath uncovered his father's nakedness. Both of them shall surely be put to death. Their blood shall be upon them. And if a man lie with his daughter-in-law, both of them shall surely be put to death. Both. When Jim Jones was with Jessica Hahn, he shall surely be put to death. Because she could not cry out. And when she did, no one believed her. No one believed her. And the man that lieth with his father's wife hath uncovered his father's nakedness. Both of them shall surely be put to death. Their blood shall be upon them. And if a man lie with his daughter-in-law, both of them shall surely be put to death. They have wrought confusion. Their blood shall be upon them. Right. You know what a daughter-in-law is, right? Right. If a man also lie with mankind, as he lieth with a woman, both of them have committed an abomination. They shall surely be put to death. Their blood shall be upon them. And if a man take a wife and her mother, right, it is wickedness. They shall be burnt with fire. Both he and they, all three. That there be no wickedness among you. And if a man lie with a beast, he shall surely be put to death, and he shall slay the beast. Right? And if a woman approacheth unto any beast, and lie down thereto, right, thou shalt kill the woman and the beast. Right? They shall surely be put to death. Their blood shall be upon them. No. And if a man shall take his sister, his father's daughter, or his mother's daughter, and see her nakedness, and she see his nakedness, it is a wicked thing, and they shall be cut off in the sight of their people. He hath uncovered his sister's nakedness. He shall bear his iniquity. And if a man shall lie with a woman, having her sickness, and shall uncover her nakedness, he hath discovered her fountain, right? And she hath uncovered the fountain of her blood, right? And both of them shall be cut off. They are not put to death from among their people. And thou shalt not uncover the nakedness of thy mother's sister, nor of thy father's sister, for he uncovereth his near kin. They shall bear their iniquity. And if a man shall lie with his uncle's wife, he hath uncovered his uncle's nakedness. They shall bear their sin. They shall die childless. And if a man shall take his brother's wife, it is an uncleanness. An unclean thing, right? Sorry. Oops. Sometimes it goes cleanness, sometimes clean. He hath uncovered his brother's nakedness. They shall be childless. I don't know. Ye shall therefore keep all my statutes and all my judgments, and do them, that the land whither I bring you to dwell therein spew you not out. And ye shall not walk in the manner of the nations which I cast out before you, for they committed all these things, and therefore I abhor them. No. Yet who is this abhorrer? Who is this great judger of judges? When, listen to what Jesus says. Uh-oh. He disagrees with all that. That's your problem too. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Someone's not listening. Mm-hmm. We're going to start in chapter 5. You can read it if you want to, but we're going to start in verse 45. That ye may be the children of your Father which is in heaven, for he maketh his sun to rise on the evil and on the good, right? He sendeth his rain on the just and on the unjust. For if ye love them which love you, what reward have ye? Do not even the publicans the same? And if ye salute your brethren only, what do you more than they? Right? Than others, right? Do not even the publicans so? Right? Be therefore perfect in unconditional love, which allows them to do such things. Whether they're right or wrong in your eyes. Even as your Father which is in heaven is perfect, right? Therefore, take heed that ye do not your alms before men to be seen of them. Otherwise, you have no reward. Y'all can read all that. Now we're going to go to chapter 9, or verse 9 of chapter 6. They asked him how to pray. After this manner, therefore, pray ye. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts which men put on you, as we forgive our debtors, which are those putting the debts on you. Right? And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom and the power and the glory forever. Amen. For if ye forgive men their trespasses, your heavenly Father will also forgive you. I know. But if ye forgive not men their trespasses, neither will your Father forgive you your trespasses, right? Moreover, when ye fast, do not as the hypocrites of a sound countenance, for they disfigure their faces, that they may appear unto men to fast, right? Verily I say unto you, they have their reward. But thou, when thou fastest, anoint thine head with and wash thy face, that thou appear not unto men to fast, but unto thy Father which is in secret, and thy Father which seeth in secret shall reward thee openly. Then it talks about the treasure, not to lay up treasures on the earth alone, where moth and rust doth corrupt, and stuff like that. The light of the body is the eye. If therefore thine eye be single, thy whole body shall be full of light, right? But if thine eye be evil, thy whole body shall be full of darkness, right? If therefore the light that is in thee be darkness, how great is that darkness, right? See, darkness means you're ignorant that you're sinning, and even though God forgives your sins, you won't do the right thing. that don't mean you're supposed to commit